Mush. And I'm Parker Mush. And I hate black people. They're the worst. They're stinky, and they just suck. They're just bad people. If you notice over there is a box of Jordans. The favorite pair of shoes for a black man. I'm going to show you what I think of a black man. Fuck all niggers.
Right? I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, the elders that rule well. Peace and blessing to the brothers that push this word in sincerity and in truth. They brother Wild from GMS Trinidad. You know, here to do a quick video for this fucking white trash here. Right? Just to show you Jakes basically that hey, the so-called white man don't like you. You know what I mean? And each and every day they're showing the true colors. It's showing out because the scripture say, but in the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and 12, because the enemy have but a short time. You know? So they will show the wrath, they will show themselves, they will jump out of themselves, right? You know, hey, the so-called white man don't love you Negroes, but yeah, what's going on? I have a message for you so-called white people also, right? You Edomite, better known as Esau Edom. We don't give a fuck, especially we men in the truth here, right? Who wake up to the truth, to our identity. We don't give a fuck about you so-called white people either, right? Fuck you. And death to you fucking bastards, right? So I will begin with this first scripture here in the book of Psalms. Yeah, the book of Psalms. Right? Chapter 139 and verse 19, it says, surely thou wilt slay the wicked, right? And who's the wicked? The so-called white man, Esau Edom. It says, O God, depart from me, therefore ye bloody men. Yeah, you bloody men. The so-called Esau, right? Came out, wear all over like a hairy garment, right? For they speak against thee wickedly. Yeah, and they speak against the men of the Lord. They speak against Yahweh Hashem and they speak against the men of the Lord. Alright, it says, and thine enemies take it thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them perfectly. I count them my enemies. I hate them, I count them my enemies. And I will count you fucking bastards as our enemies. Because why? You break the brotherly covenant and you show your true colors that you're never about being a brother. Right? And that exactly what the most time make it to be. Right? Make it to be a evil creature, a evil beast, because you have not the laws of the Lord, so you're a beast. Right? This is the book of some saves to the bookmark here. Psalm 72 from verse 7 says, in this day shall a righteous flourish, and abundance of peace so long as the moon endureth. He shall have dominion also from sea to sea. They're speaking about the elect, right? They're speaking about when the kingdom come, right? When we enter into the rest. From sea to sea and from the rivers unto the end of the earth. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him. Right? Who is that going to be dwelling in the wilderness? Hey, these are the nations. Esau go be in the wilderness because what they're going to be doing, they're going to be building. They go be in the field toiling, which could be the wilderness. They go be the slaves. They that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. The king of Tarshish and of the isles shall bring presents. The king of Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts. Yea, all kings shall fall down before him, all nations shall serve him. For he shall deliver the needy, right? Yeah, all nations shall bow before him, right? All nations shall serve him, right? And that him talking about who? Yahweh Shai, right? And ultimately they're gonna be serving who? Us. Because we are the prince of the power, right? So they're gonna be serving us, right? Mainly the elect. You know what I mean? This is the book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 15. It says, according to the days of thy coming out of the land of Egypt, right? Will I show unto him marvelous things. The nation shall see and be confounded at all their might. They shall lay their hands upon their mouths, their ears shall be deaf, right? Hey, so that white bastard's talking about he hate niggas, but he go regret even saying that, right? He go regret even saying that, right? Verse 17 says, they shall lick the dust like a serpent, they shall move out of their holes like worms. For the earth they shall be afraid of the Yahweh, our power, and shall fear because of thee. All right, and this is what the so-called white man will be. He will be afraid, right? He will be afraid. So, hey, the scripture say, speak no more exceedingly proud, and I read that would Edomite bastard speaking proud, right? But he don't know he condemning himself. But they he time to play. They see time to play. But the time that coming, we gonna play. You know, we gonna have a good time. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and 7 says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. The 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy in his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, right? And hey, we see in the fall of Esau, right? We see in the fall of this kingdom. We see in the crash in the economy. We see in the crash in Babylon, right? Also known as Egypt. We see in the crash in America, right? So hey, Esau, you have but a short time, so you can glory in this kingdom here you have here. You can glory how long you want to glory. But let me see how long you glory for. Right? And this scripture here basically is for you Jakes who like to trust in the so-called white man and in everything that he throw at you. Right? He tell you go out of space, you'll believe him. Right? He tell you, hey, forgive us. You know? You want to forgive him. Right? Or you can trust your enemy. Somebody who once wanted to kill you. Scripture saying Ecclesiasticus 12, never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. No, he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Right? And that is Esau. No matter how Esau might say, we're sorry for the slavery, you know, let we all live as one. You're seeing it each and every day. The same way how the laws somehow in Israel, even 2/3, they will follow the law by nature. The same way how Esau is. No matter what, they will still be wicked towards the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, and the native. Somehow. Right? Psalm 68 and 21, it says, but God shall wound the head of his enemy. Right? Because the Lord's enemies is our enemy, and our enemy is supposed to be the Lord's enemy. I mean, the Lord's enemy is our enemy. Right? What the Lord hate, we hate. So look, it says, but God shall wound the head of his enemy, and the hairy scalp of such and one as goeth on still in his trespass. It says, and Yahweh said, I will bring again from Bashan, I will bring my people again from the depths of the sea. that it says that thy foot may be dipped in blood of thine enemies, and the tongue of thy dogs in the same. Right? So in that day we go be dancing in Esau blood. Right? We go be so glad we go be dancing in the blood. So all I could glory, all I could have a good time, all I could feel good about hating so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, right? And killing we in the streets, yeah, because we know the prophecies and they're supposed to happen. But the time coming where righteous judgment going to be executed, right? He that leadeth into captivity, Revelation 13, that must go into captivity. He that killed with a sword going to be killed with a sword. So with that I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yashai Hashem HaKakodash, double honors to the apostles, our great mercenary Ruel, peace and blessing to you brothers that do this work in sincerity and in truth all across the world, in GMS and out of GMS, right? And death to America, to 2/3, and ultimately death to you fucking so-called white people, which is known as Edom, Esau.